house, will I have the car? I found it so lonely. The money comes to you. I have to reinvest. Whoa. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My video is Andree Marie. If you haven't been here before, hi, welcome to my channel. I am giving a video today about some things I think that people should consider before they start a business, whatever business that may be. Obviously, I'm in the creative side of business, so my advice may be more towards, I don't know, hairdressing, but I think some of the tips here would help anyone that is trying to get into something, and these are things that you should just really consider. As usual with my videos, my disclaimer is that I'm not a professional, but I am a professional at being me. I'm a professional at making my mistakes, and I'm a professional at learning from them. So these are things that I've learned along the way. These are things that I think that you should think about, at least if you're starting a business, or if you're thinking about starting a business. These are things that you may want to consider. They might give you the little push, they might make you rethink, I don't know, but once you're determined about something, I don't really think that you should be deferred by a little old me and my little videos. So let's get into it. My number one thing, the rest of these are not going to be in order, but the number one thing that I really want to get out there is follow your passion. Follow your passion. Everything that I've done to this point has been led by passion, and I'm deeply passionate about my passion. So literally, it's just like, I think that if you're going to have a business, if you're going to do something, if you're only motivated by money, to me, forget about it, because I obviously want my business to be the reason why I have a house, why I have the car, why I have all the things that matter to me, all the things that I deem successful, all the things that I deem, you know, that landmark or whatever it is that I want for my future. But whatever you are doing, I think there should be a little bit of passion. It should be something that you care about. It should be something that you're passionate about, something you enjoy talking about, something you enjoy doing. You know, like there's a saying where it says, I think it says something like, when you work within your passion, you never work another day in your life. You work. You're working, yeah? You'll be working every day. Your passion will fill you up, but it will drive you, especially through those hard times. My passion has been the very thing that has kept me going when I wasn't earning enough. I wasn't earning even a smidge of what I used to earn. There have been times when I've earned nothing. There have been times when I've just had to put back into the business. There have been times where I have, in my opinion, hit rock bottom. But the passion, the want to do hair, is the thing that keeps me having a tunnel vision of the end goal. It's the thing that keeps me going, because I don't want to do anything else. You need to be flexible. You need to be flexible, because this life doesn't go the way you plan for it to go. Nothing goes the way it's supposed to. Things that you plan for don't happen, or don't happen the way you want them to. Like, let go of set ideas. They will happen eventually. They may not all happen at once. Just be flexible. Like, have a business plan or an idea or whatever it is. I suggest a business plan because it helps you, you know, visualize where you're going. But whatever you have, just make sure that you're not dead set on it being, don't be rigid. Like, move with your business. Yeah, just like in the, like, be flexible, be flexible, be flexible. Find your clique. Find your clique. This is something that I found it so lonely because I didn't have a clique. I didn't have my people. I didn't have like just an entrepreneur bubble of people that I could talk to. Most of the people, my friends, work in the corporate world. So like when I started, and then when I obviously opened the salon, it's just been, it was like really lonely at times because I just felt like no one understood. I didn't have a place to talk about it with. Like my husband was probably my only, he's my person, but he was the person because he's also an entrepreneur that I could share my frustrations with. So I feel like that drew us closer, and that was like my little hub. I also wanted to have almost like a women's place where I could talk about these things. And you know, now I have friends that I've made, and we go through the same thing. We ask each other for advice, and we motivate each other. Shout out to Deborah, shout out to Chai Tea. Yeah, and I'm also being more proactive in also helping people that I feel were in a situation and position that I was in, when I didn't have anybody, because it was truly lonely. And I mean, it can still be lonely, but at least I know I can talk about it with someone who can relate to what I'm talking about. And whenever I feel like that, just a simple conversation with hubby really helps uplift me. A simple conversation with some of my friends, some of my best friends who are also doing their ventures, and they're also launching their passions and side businesses. That's helping because now my tribe are also entrepreneurs. So it just really helps because, you know, it doesn't matter what you do. If you have someone that you can talk about the similarities of being an entrepreneur with, fantastic. That helps because we all practically have the same frustrations. The frustrations are the same, okay? There might be slightly different depending on what you're doing, but they're the same. So find a tribe, find your people, find your clique, whatever you want to call it, find it. A bonus to my last point about finding your clique, make sure you find a clique that is nurturing. You don't want to just have a clique of people that you just complain about, because you'll find yourself feeling very down. I mean, I haven't found anything like that. The people that I am with are very nurturing, it's empowering, things like Clubhouse and, you know, like listening to podcasts and stuff like that really helped as well. But like Clubhouse only came the other day, and I'm going on 4 years deep. So where was that in the beginning of my career? And yeah, so just finding like-minded people really helped me. My next point is finding places where you can listen to people's stories, like get motivated. So TED Talks, podcasts, just like places, you know, like just places where you can really find places where people have conversations. I don't even know how to describe it, but I want to say this part is called research, but I didn't read anything about businesses. I didn't immerse myself in stuff, but now I find myself going to like HJI Journal. I find myself, like the other day, my colleagues told me about this brilliant podcast that has hairdressing podcast that talks about all things hairdressing, and I'm like, what the hell is that thing? So like hairdressing podcasts, I listen to a lot of like girly chat podcasts, and just like people who have launched businesses and are very successful. Like I just really enjoy those kind of things, and I also enjoy having conversations about those kind of things. So I have found myself being very, 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 very interested in business now that I own one. I wasn't so interested in it before, but it's something that has really rubbed off on me, and I love talking about business. I love hearing about people's businesses. I love knowing what people want to do. I just find it so exciting, and I get excited for people. I get really happy when I see someone I know who's launching something, is doing something different, is launching a product, like all of that stuff, and I love hearing about it. So it actually became like a little passion of mine at one point, just really listening and investing into those people's businesses. Like if I know somebody and they've launched a product, I'm hyping you up. So yeah, so that's definitely something that I recommend. Learn some discipline. This is something that I learned in the first year. Learning some discipline. Now the thing about when you own a business, depending on what that business is, like the good thing about the salon business is that you earn, like, it, everyone needs a hairdresser sort of thing. So I'm not going to say it's a sure thing because businesses can fail. I'm not like that sure of myself, but I'm just saying that one thing I know about hairdressing is that my clients will always need their hair done. People always need their hair done. So I used to just be like, when I first opened the business, I almost treated it like a freelancer. And when you're a freelancer, the money comes to you. So I just lacked self-discipline. Like the self-discipline wasn't there. And I learned very, very, very quickly that other things need to be paid for. I have to put into the business. I have to reinvest everything into the business and just pay myself last. All of that Jimmy Jazz. So that taught me self-discipline. Like it taught me to be a lot more disciplined about where money goes. It really helped because Hubby was there. He was like, no, this needs to be done. So for me, that really helped. Like just, I think I feel like I'm not 100% there, but I'm definitely more disciplined than I used to be. I don't overspend. I'm not reckless. I'm not reckless with things, so that I'm always thinking of what's next. So yeah, like you have to be very disciplined, especially if you're the person handling everything. It's so easy to be like, oh, I can just take myself out to dinner. I deserve it. Didn't pay myself my salary, but I deserve a Hakkasan meal. Yes. Let me just head over there with my friend. Yeah. On the business card. Thank you. No, be self-disciplined. My last thing, which is also really important, is just having a plan. Like have a plan, have a business plan, have a lean plan, have something that you can follow. I don't think I did a proper business plan or a proper plan for like a while. I did a loose plan, but I didn't do like a business plan like for myself. Like I did I think it was called a lean map, where I filled out all these questions about what my business was going to be about. So that is a business plan, but I didn't do what I would consider a business plan. Like, where do you want this place to be in 3 years? What, like, I didn't do that, and that's what I like to do. So I think that for me that was like a major misstep. And in that, and I don't think I did one for at least 8 months, and that messed me up. Just not having because what happens is not having the vision. Because what happens is when you get into the business, you just get fully immersed in it. There's so many different things. You are the handler, you are the person in the shop, you're the manager, you're the HR, you are everything. You're the advert, you are the person that's pushing this thing, you are the recruiter, you're the person that fires people, you're the person that you're everything. You're the 360 and then some. So I feel like just a little bit more management on my side would have been great. But it's something that I learned as well. Like, you just need to, I would definitely advise like turning your passion or whatever it is into a plan, like a plan that makes sense for you before you start doing anything, because it also makes it easy for you to follow and look at if you ever feel a bit thrown off, confused, whatever. So yeah, a lot of things were put in place in the beginning because I had like a lean business plan, but it would have been better if I had a proper concrete business plan. So I definitely recommend that too. I hope you guys have actually enjoyed this video. I hope that the things that I've talked about make sense. I hope that you guys are starting new journeys. Let me know if you started a business recently. Let me know how it's going. This is a check-in, mic check 1 2 1 2. I'm checking in on you guys. I'm seeing how you guys are. Like I wish people checked on me. I'm checking to see how it's going. I'm sending love because it's really difficult. And yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this video.